Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Handleitgrips grip tape. This stuff is pretty cool. So just to get this out of the way, I think stippling your gun is an extremely stupid thing to do. I tried it once. I've seen tons of really nicely stippled guns, but stippling is one of those things you can't undo ever. And when it comes to making permanent modifications to your pistol or any firearm, sure, your undercuts for your trigger guard and things like that, they're great and they never wear out. They will always be a positive benefit to your gun. However, stippling, if you actually use your firearm and don't just post pictures of it on Instagram, will wear out. It gets full of dead skin and so on and so on. And so to mitigate that, if you do have some grip issues, there is grip tapes, and Handleitgrips is one of those. Handleitgrips did contact me. They sent me this stuff for nothing, but that does not affect my reviews. I told Handleitgrips when they contacted me, I don't particularly like grip tapes. I obviously don't like stippling. I think you should just work better on your grip. But some people are in physical conditions that they cannot do that, physical and age conditions where they cannot do that. And so they sent me a bunch of their rubberized grips and one of their sandpaper grips. And I told them then that I did not like sandpaper grips. Now, I did use the sandpaper grip on my Glock for about a day. I hated it, tore it off and put the rubberized one on there, and I actually kind of like this stuff, this rubberized grip. I don't like sandpaper grips because I think they are way too rough and aggressive. They tear up my shirts, my undershirts. If I don't have an undershirt on, they are really abrasive on the skin, and I don't like the fact that they're so grippy that if you do have to get into a weird position, change grips and do things like that, and like when I perform a reload, I change my grip, which is fine, contrary to some popular opinions on the internet. Changing your grip is fine when you do a reload. That it's almost too sticky. This rubberized stuff they have though, this stuff kicks ass. So they have them for all kinds of stuff. This is on my Glock 19 Gen 3, and they also sent me for the BCM grip, and they also have it for the standard A2 style grip with that annoying little finger groove extension that comes out about here. But I put it on my BCM grip and my Glock grip, and I think these things are awesome. They're not too grippy to where your hand's almost stuck. It doesn't tear your hand up. It doesn't leave a bunch of dead skin in it like sandpaper or stippling does, but it's just enough texture, and of course the material it's made out of, like a rubbery material, it's just enough texture that it just adds enough, in my opinion. So enough talking about what it adds. We know what grip tape adds, we know the purpose of it. Let's get down to the review table here, take a closer look at the two firearms, the packaging, and how it comes. All right, so here is the Handleitgrips packaging. I have the BCM, the Glock 19 23 Gen 3, and the AR-15 Classic, which is the, like I said, the ones with that little finger groove there. So let's open this up. Let's open this Glock one up real quick, just to kind of show you how it comes in the package. Pretty basic setup here if you've ever used grips like this before. So this is the back strap that goes there. It's all self-adhesive. This is the main part of the gun. It wraps around, adheres down. Of course, you use the alcohol swab to prep it, to make sure there's no grease or oil on it. And once you're done pressing it down, you take a heat gun or hair dryer and sort of cure it, not getting it too hot, sort of cure it, push things down into place where it needs to be. For instance, around these curves in the indentation there and around the finger grooves, you really just kind of work that into place, let it heat up a little bit, a few times, and it sticks down really well. So now, one of the things, again, I don't like the sandpaper grips. They're too grippy, if that's such a thing. One of the things I like about this is not only is that these panels aren't so thick that they get in the way, they don't make your grip any thicker, but in this case, if you ever shot a Glock, you know sometimes these Glock slide lock levers are a little flat, and it does not interfere. The sandpaper tape did. It was too much. I couldn't really actuate this very well to lock the slide, and it allows me to operate the gun as if it wasn't there, if that makes sense. As it allows me to operate the gun without the, getting in the way of the controls, or, like I said, being able to change my grip when I do the reload and things like that. And it just adds just enough. I mean, I'm not somebody that has grip problems, but it's not so intrusive. It's not so intrusive that it's rough, that it feels rough on your hand, or again, it feels rough when on your shirt or when you're trying to draw your pistol. But it's just enough texture and the right kind of material that it really does a nice job of adding just that little extra to your gun. Now for the BCM grip, I mean, all the same good features. It's not so much that, like when you have gloves on, that your gloves kind of velcro to it, but it's just enough. If you're somebody, I put more support in this arm, pulling it back into me, and I don't grip too hard with this hand because I don't want this dexterity to suffer for it. But it just feels good in the hand that, like I said, it just adds that perfect little something to the grip. I've had other rubberized grips that the rubber is almost too much. The rubber feels tacky and actually starts kind of leaving grossness on your hand. These don't seem to do that. But yeah, it's these things, like I said, they just add that perfect little amount. So there it is, the Handleitgrips. I still don't like sandpaper grips. They sell sandpaper grips. I would not suggest sandpaper grips, but I would absolutely suggest these rubberized grips. They're not expensive, and again, unlike stippling, if you don't like it, or if it wears out, or if you want to change to something else, or if you want to sell your gun, which I know that seems like sacrilege to some people, but if you want to sell your gun, you haven't permanently changed the firearm. I think this is a very good, affordable way to get a little extra grip on your firearm if you're somebody that really needs that. So I'm going to leave a link to Handleitgrips down below, their Instagram and their website. Go check them out, let them know I sent you. And yeah, again, this is something it's available on all kinds of platforms, not just their website, but Amazon and other sales platforms as well. Cool product, cool product. Thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, Patreon is the easiest way to do that. You guys certainly support the channel because we know that YouTube is doing its best to kill this channel. So thank you out there to all my patrons. You guys are awesome. Anybody else out there, leave a comment down below. Help me beat that YouTube algorithm, keep me going a little bit longer. And to everybody else out there watching, thank you. Don't forget to hit, again, that like, subscribe, and share button. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you later.